I talked to people who told me they heard him screaming, pleading, begging for help for hours on end. They could hear it. He had a very distinctive, deep voice. And they heard him begging for help until his voice gave out on him and all he could do was whisper. And then they heard gurgling, and then they heard nothing. They heard him struggling in the chair. They heard the chair rattling around. They thought he was having a seizure. He was in the chair, third shift, first shift, second shift, third shift again. So he was in that chair through, well, the people who put him in it 3 shifts earlier were back on the job. So I think he was put in it late in the evening on Friday, maybe 10:30 or so. And he died around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning was when they called it and said that he was gone. So Friday evening, all through Saturday evening, early Sunday morning. A lot of people defending the use of the chair, saying, don't do the crime if you can't do the time, which is not the law. That's the theme song from Beretta, a cop show I used to watch in the 70s about a detective who talks to his bird. But people have adopted this as some sort of law mantra, that this is the way the law is. That's not what the law says. Maybe you want to read deeper into the Constitution because there are other amendments that apply here. And they're pretty clear on this. And the courts have really been clear on this. Cruel and unusual punishment is a thing. If you are a law enforcement officer, you have someone in your custody, you're responsible for that person, their safety, their health, and their well-being until they get their day in court. We are all innocent until proven guilty. But you have a responsibility to make sure that that person makes it to court. And I think that this county has failed utterly. So many families, so many people who have been injured or who died in that jail simply because nobody knows the law. And I don't think that I don't think they care. That's the worst part. I don't think they care. It's still happening. People are still getting hurt. People are still not getting medical treatment on evening and weekend shifts. How many lawsuits need to be filed? How many stories need to be written before this county wakes up and before this sheriff and these jailers take responsibility for the lives of the people who are so completely under their control that they can't get up and call 911 when they need to? This is crazy.